One season was always kind of an underrepresented one when it came to video games, but now with the 2009 Formula 1 car mod by Virtual Racing Cars, you can experience the season in its full glory in Assetto Corsa, and that's exactly what I did today. With the whole state can't be called that because of the betting companies not being allowed in certain countries that everyone goes to and all that stuff, but this was a simpler time. Here we are then out onto the track, which I've selected track, one of my favourite from this era of Formula 1. It is of course, as you can see, the Turkish Grand Prix track at Istanbul Park. Sadly no longer really in use today. One of those ones though where F1, one of those tracks that F1 abandoned long ago, although it did obviously return during 2020 and 2021. Which I was very happy to see because this was this was probably one of my favourite tracks from this era, this V8 era of Formula 1 that is my favourite era. I think it's got the best, well, it may not have the best sounding cars, but the sound is very synonymous with Formula 1 to me. The teams, the drivers, Sebastian Vettel was my favourite driver from that era. And we're actually in Nick Heidfeld's car today, wearing the number 9. Sporting the number 9 livery for BMW Sauber. What a lovely livery this thing had. Also in the season where, of course, at the end of 2009, BMW and Toyota pulled out because of the financial crisis a year earlier. So this was the last season where BMW had, well, maybe BMW and Toyota will rejoin in the future years. But for now, this is the last season where BMW and Toyota had active roles in Formula 1. But through the glory of Assetto Corsa and my bad driving, we can sort of relive that with this car, which is what I sort of hope to do today. And now talking about the car, as we're romping around the Istanbul Park circuit, I'll do a hot lap at some point, or try and get a hot lap in at some point. It's very, very oversteery, which is a very good thing, but the oversteer I've always found when it comes to this car doesn't quite have the downforce it should. You can see it's struggling a bit through that corner, through turn 8, which is one of the reasons why I love this track, turn 8. Fantastic corner, one of the best in the world if you ask me. But as you'll see, with this car, it really is quite trigger happy. It is quite trigger happy, which I think is a good thing, but sometimes it can be overpowering. Try and overdrive. If you try and push too much, it will let you know. Like there, for instance, bam. You get on the throttle, and there is oversteer. You shift them into gear 6 on the red limiter. Going into the corner. And there you go there. The car just slips out from under you if you push too hard, which I probably am doing at certain points through to that. Nevertheless, if you are looking to relive this era of Formula 1, this season of Formula 1, because of course this was a Brawn GP year that is now the subject of a Disney documentary. This was obviously the Brawn GP season where, if you know anything about Formula 1, you'll probably know about this story. Jenson Button won the championship in this team's first season with the team's first ever car, the Brawn GP 001. Well, I think that's what it was called before they rebranded and Mercedes bought into the team, and then the rest is history along that line for the Mercedes team. Oh, and I really nearly lost it there. Alright, let's see what we can do. It was a 1:35.2 last time. Let's see if we can go even faster. Quite a lot of this. Going into turn 1 and we've lost it. That's the sort of thing I've been talking about, where you can just completely go from underneath you, this car, when it wants to. but if you can control it, it's a very smooth driving experience otherwise. If you can control this thing, and sometimes it does have uncanny moments like the one I just had to do there for turn 5. But for the most part, if you can drive it smoothly and treat it with respect, I'm reminded of a point made by Walter Rule, car requires love. If you give this car some love, it will do what you want it to. It will be a really quite authentic driving experience. I think it's time to go and put that to the test with a race. Alright, here we are then for the Turkish Grand Prix. To the 6 lights we go. We're starting down in 15th place. The AI is on maximum difficulty, and we're going to see what the product of racing will be offering today as we go down into turn 1 behind the Ferrari. I think that's Alonso. There's a big crash into the first corner. Plenty of cars still getting ready. I think there's contact with the car behind. One of the Williams cars there. We're stuck behind one of the McLarens. As a Williams up my gearbox will let them through there, because turn 3, 4, this first sector is always quite tough. We've got another car on our inside. Not sure that that's one of the Renault cars. Either Alonso or it was Piquet. Nelson Piquet. Oh, was it? No, actually, it was not Piquet. I don't actually remember who was in that Renault car for the 2009 season. I think there was a time when it was Romain Grosjean. And we had a big crash there, and big one. We sent the Ferrari up into the barriers. It's not a good start at all for us in the 4th lap race here at Istanbul. We get on the curb a little bit at the exit of turn 8. Ahead of us, I think, is one of the Toro Rosso cars. There's a bit of a slow Tesco car park moment there, and we can benefit massively from that in the slipstream with the 2 Williams cars. We're going to try and make it through. We're not quite going to be able to do that, or maybe we are. We'll try and cut to the inside of the one of the 2 Williamses. We're going to send it down the inside. Oh, not quite. We are on one of them though, and we lose the car slightly on the entry into the corner. The racing is actually really good. I will say we're going to sneak up the inside of the Williams, or try to at least get bogged down a bit off the start as we head down towards the straight, sitting in 16th. We let one of the Williams just dive bomb us completely. Have we got the throttle to get past them? Not, so we do lose out to the 2nd Williams car, going slightly wide through that segment. Now our goal is to try and catch back up to these cars ahead. I mean, something I'm probably going to do is run the 2009 season, or a recreation of it on Assetto Corsa. The only thing would be, if you guys are watching this and you want to see more of this content, more of this F1 2009 content, please do leave. Williams on the grass there, and then a slow getaway for the Williams ahead. I think that's Nakajima, who of course went on to do great things in sports car racing. Won Le Mans with Toyota Gazoo Racing. The LMP. One day we've got contact, and it's turned into by Kazuki Nakajima, losing out to a couple of the Red Bull cars that are behind us. The Toro Rosso and the Red Bull there. Not sure which one is, well, who's piloting those cars, and we're down to 17th. With one more lap to go after this one. Penultimate lap is starting now. Can we try and get back in business? Something I'd like to do as well with these cars, I mean, obviously the obligatory call to action. If you guys do like the video, what you're seeing here, please do subscribe, like the video, turn notifications on, because it has been a while since I've uploaded, I admit that, but I'm hoping to get back to some more content from more different games. EAWRC content is still going to come to the channel, don't worry. Assetto Corsa will join it. Maybe iRacing in the future, maybe some older games if I can get that working. Who knows what's in store for the channel in 2024? Well, I sort of do a bit. Got a yellow flag now. But something I'm definitely, I think, going to do is a bit of a mini-series with these cars. And there's Toyota now off in the gravel. The chicane between the two straights is obviously a big black spot today. Side-by-side moments down the back, straight up ahead. Plenty more cars. I lost it again, going wide into the final section as it's starting to form a bit of a train here. We're gaining on that. A little bit of understeer. Accelerate downwards onto the final lap now of the Turkish Grand Prix. Oh, that contact there into turn one. I thought there might have been a little bit up ahead. The racing product is exemplary here. We're slowly catching back up to the cars ahead. Can we try and get an overtake done maybe before the lap is over? We're simply up ahead is Sebastian Vettel. I have no idea what's happened for the Red Bull to be so far down like it is. If we do a bit of track limiting there. Going full throttle, it's not worked out. Through turn 8, I kept my foot in because I didn't want to lose time there. But it's all gone wrong as we head down the back straight in the Turkish Grand Prix. I still can't even get controls right as we're going down onto the straight. The tyres are completely destroyed. And that, I think, is Jarno Trulli who's just overtaken us. Nelson Piquet's in the pits. But that is not how I wanted to end the Turkish Grand Prix here. And we're not going to be able to overtake him, but this, I mean, it's been a dramatic race for certain as we come across the line in 18th. So not the finish we wanted there at the Turkish Grand Prix as we see the cars roar down into turn 1, but that has been the 2009 VRC F1 mod for Assetto Corsa, a fantastic mod. Slightly marred by my poor driving standards in the video. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed what you've seen here today. If you do guys want to see me do some more F1 content with these cars, and I probably will give it to you anyway, because I'm really enjoying these cars, please do like, subscribe, share the video around, and I will see you in the next one.